Next project. That's a 2-inch thick pine, yellow pine. A lot of it's rough, but I'm gonna cut it out, cut the rough part of it out. Oh, that's gonna be the top of the table right there. I'm gonna build a table and 2 benches. That's gonna be the legs, heavy duty. That's 4-inch thick. 4-inch by 8-inch right there. And that's 2 by 10s. I think that might be 11 inches wide, I don't know for sure. But got some bluing in some of this wood, so it ought to turn out to be a pretty table. Got another over there for legs and everything. Y'all hang in there and let's see. Let's see what I can't bump together pretty quick. See how she turns out. All right, folks, I think I've got all the legs and stuff cut for the table and the benches right here. I mean, close to it. I'm still gonna have to, I went ahead and cut some extra and planed it all down. Y'all saw it. It was just a rough cut, 4 by 8 and 2 by 10, I think. And I planed it all down, and then I ripped it on the table saw, and then went out there and planed the sawed edges. Got everything cleaned up on the planer, so it looks good. And this is going to be the countertop. I mean, the top of the table right here. Pocket hole screws on the bottom side. Flip it over, and I'm going to try to pocket hole screw it from the bottom of the legs, and that way I have nothing on the surface. A lot of times I'll screw it right down through the top into the frame of the table, and that's only if it's rustic. And I'm going to try to just keep these concealed, these screws concealed underneath the top of the table. But that's going to be the benches for both sides right there, and that's going to be the legs right there. That's what I'm working on. Y'all hang in there. Let's see what happens. All right, folks, there's one of the legs for it right there. That's what she's going to look like. Look at all these bumblebees right here. They come out of one hole. Let me tell you. That hole right there, every one of them come out of that hole. And I started beating around on it a little bit. They got to humming and started coming out. Those are some destructive little boogers. But that's what she's gonna look like, the base of it anyway. So that'll be one leg, and then I'll have another leg over here. It's gonna be a 6-foot long tabletop, so I'll let a foot hang out here. That way you'll have room on the end for a chair on both sides. But anyway, coming on with it. Let's get this thing put together and see what it looks like. All right, let's walk through it right here. I got the frame of it built, and I don't know if y'all can see it, but I got these pocket holes. These pocket holes all the way around. That way all of this will be concealed. You can see it right there though. All the screws will be concealed. You won't be screwing through the top down into this. So, y'all get the gist of what's going on now anyway. So, it's coming along. We're gonna have us a big kitchen farm table here pretty quick. Y'all hang in there. All right, let's get y'all caught up. Oh, I did get the top put together just then, put it on here. Like I said, all pocket hole, conceal screws from the bottom side, so you're not looking at any screw holes. Only screw holes I do have is gonna be holding those 4x4 braces together, in the frame of the table itself, which I can putty those, sand those out. Depends on what kind of finish we're gonna do. Do have 2 more braces underneath right there. I gotta fasten in, those 45 braces just to keep it steady. That way you can park a bulldozer on it if you want to, because she's heavy. Let me tell you, heavy duty, 2-inch thick top, 4x4 legs. I mean, it's super duty. So it's turning out really good. And I've got these right here roughed in. I am gonna put a belt on that to cover that, that 2x up. I'm gonna just belt it. That'll make the bench a little bit wider too. Still gotta put some 45 braces on this one right here, but she's turning out pretty good. Yeah, turning out pretty good. But I'll get y'all caught up in just a little bit on it. When I start working on those benches, I'm fixing to go plane a 1x, to belt those outside of those right there, and then that'll get those close. And then all I have to do is a bunch of sanding. Still got a little hairline crack on the top right there where I joined them together, because like I said, this is sawmill stuff, and I'm just planing it down and trying to straight line it the best I can. Wood warps and everything, but I'm thinking I glued all the joints together really good before I pocket hole that top together. And then that way, if something does shrink, maybe those pocket hole screws on the bottom will allow it to give. And then that way, these gaps won't open up more so. Yeah, we're hoping anyway. Because you don't want it, you get it in an air-conditioned house and all this lumber starts drying out to that low percentage, then stuff starts moving. So you have to, because none of this is kiln dried, it's just air dried lumber, and it's been super wet outside too while I'm building it, so I'm sure it soaked up some of that moisture. Anyway, we're hoping it's going to stay, all the cracks are going to stay closed together, and it'll turn out really good. Y'all hang in there. I got a lot of sanding to do, and then I'll finish the video up before we start the finish. Y'all tell me what you think. Now, it hadn't been puttied, it hadn't been sanded, anything like that. I mean, I did sand on the top a little bit, but I got a long way to go on it. Still got to putty all the screw holes and sand it. Got the benches complete. Got that little belt on the outside right there. I think it turned out pretty good. Don't have any prints on this, no plan or nothing like that. I just, every time I start one, I just sort of play it by ear and just do it, just throw some stuff together. I did go a foot shorter on this right here on this bench than I did on the top, because I was worried about, that distance between that foot, those bench feet need to go between the feet on the table. And if I had that extra out here, somebody's gonna sit on the end and it's gonna tilt up on the end. So that's why I cut the benches down to 5 and the table 6. Still got room right here to put a chair on both sides, or I could build a short bench, but I think it would look better with a good looking chair on both sides. Don't know about the finish yet, so I'll do that on the next video and get y'all caught up on that. But when I get it all puttied, all the screw holes puttied and sanded out and everything, I think it's gonna look really good. Y'all hang in there, I'll get a finish on it on the next video. Hey, y'all have a good one. Appreciate y'all.